Okay, welcome everybody to our first press conference for the year. The SOLAS Big Boat Challenge. As you just heard, Sandy Oatley, the owners of Wild Oats at the end smiling, Mark Richards next to him, Anthony Bell, the owner of Perpetual Loyal, next to him SH or Cyclone Lee, the owner of Scallywag, and his skipper David Witt. So pretty exciting sort of day really, especially that first leg. So I just might open the floor straight away to questions. I'm sure everybody's got a lot of questions they want to ask.
Mark, how much of a morale boost was that to get that win today?
Oh, look, it's always good for morale, I guess. It's a, it's a fun race. We all take it very, very seriously. All the teams, and it's a lot. It's just a great opportunity to throw these boats around the racetrack. It was a great start by all the boats, I think. It was really close tussle at the top mark there. Very exciting to watch, I'm sure. Anthony did a great job, and we had a bit of a problem at the top mark with the spinnaker. Couldn't unfurl it, so that was a bit of a drama for the guys. But once we got it unfurled, the boat was really good downwind, so that was obviously very encouraging. But upwind, Loyal was definitely the boat of the day for sure today. And just good fun. It's great fun, so always good to come out on top.
You've made some modifications. How did you find those?
Not that great today. Everything we did was probably not perfect for today's conditions, but look, the boat's going well. We're really, really happy with where we're at. Still got a few things to work on, but it's we've got 10 days of training ahead of us, and we've got to put a lot of effort in to make sure that we're up to the job.
How much is not finishing last year motivating through to this?
Oh, look, it's very, very motivating. I mean, the guys, we're all here on a mission to not redeem ourselves, but just to redeem ourselves to ourselves more than anything. We're our own worst enemy last year, and we want to make sure we do a great job this year. It was funny last year. Some silly mistakes that we've never made before put us out of the race, and we just want to make sure that doesn't happen again. But these big boats, it's all about keeping it simple. You saw a few of the boats today had issues, and when it goes bad on these things, it's really bad. And it doesn't matter how many people you have on board, they're very hard to fix. And it just means miles and miles and miles. So if you have problems, it can be a big problem, and you've just got to minimise those issues.
Anthony, this year no celebrities, so we're pretty serious about taking line-ons.
We had a good day out today for the boat. We got there a mole on the boat. She only weighs about 40 kilos. So she's driving the charity end of the boat, and that's still a very important part for us. Half the Comanche crew have come and stay with us, and they've taught us a thing or two about how to set the boat up. They're working very well with the original Loyal crew. And we're just pleased with the boat. It didn't really suit us today. The conditions were probably 3 or 4 knots lighter than we would have liked. But once we get going upwind, as Mark said, we were very pleased with that side of it. And we didn't break anything for once in the race. So it was a cheaper day out than we're used to having. Like I said, we're pleased. We've got 10 days in front of us as well to train and zero in on the race.
What are you with your training for this year?
Well, we're sort of, like I said, the guys are all in camp now, so everyone's flown in and they're staying here just by the boat in Sydney Rose Bay. Like I said, if we have a very good week from here until probably probably a week out of Christmas, and everyone's happy, we don't break anything, we'll pack the boat away and go.
How much of it is mental, and given Wild Oats as your main competitor, do you see that being the case?
We've been around each other for a while now, sort of, I think.
Too long.
Yeah. There's no doubt that Wild Oats is a benchmark also, and they're just such an awesome new run team, and such a, as I've said before, the Ferrari of Grand Prix sailing and Maxi Boat sailing. That's a great thing, I'm sure, for all the other teams to aspire to and try and get over the top of. It'd be remiss of me if I didn't say we got over the top of them in 2011 once, but we've got to keep coming back. And like I said, it's a very good benchmark, and something that I think all the teams sort of set themselves by that.
Just give it
You're back to Florida, like in Newcastle. Modifications. What sort of modifications did you make?
We put the boat on a diet. We pulled everything out that we could, our boat's a big, powerful boat, and so we wanted to stick to our strengths. But the parts to us that have hurt us the most is light wind conditions. I think in 2013, Rico, we were 20 miles ahead of Wild Oats, and they still went past us when we parked up there, in the Hobart race. So, we're not an all-round boat, and we've got to accept that. And so what we try to do is take as much I guess out of it, but stick to the strengths of the boat too. Our upwind strength is good, and our reaching and our riding moment is still good. So those parts are still good for our boat.
Yep, you touched on it before, but given the last 2 years and then adding the Comanche crew, you've been business, don't you?
Yeah, well, you can't beat it, you've got to join them, mate. And I remember it was kind of, we look forward, we love the summer last year when Comanche came for the last 2 seasons. Actually, it's a really great thing for Sydney, it's a great thing for the race. But when we heard that they weren't coming, the first thing we thought about was then hiring as many of their crew as we could get. And we're lucky, so led by Tony Mutter, who's one of the senior leadership group on their boat. He's here and he's brought the right guys to fit in to the already stable crew that we have on Royal. So most of the guys that are the other pros on Royal have been with us all the way through, and we're fitting in all together so far.
How much was
Stan
last
Honey
year's
wasn't available for you, is that not again?
Sorry, mate?
Stan Honey wasn't available for you?
No, actually we got in too late for Stan. So I mean for that side of it, but Tommy Addis has been with the boat before and he's done a good job. He's won Hobart's with the Wild Oats team as well, and he's a terrific guy, and so that was a good get for us. Sorry.
How about like not finishing last year? Because am I right that you might not have come back this year?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
sort of what inspired you to keep going?
Yeah, pretty much. That's a good way of putting it. It leaves a real empty feeling. You know, the 24 hours or so it takes you to motor back. When it's over, it's pretty depressing. There's no beers on the boat. There's nothing to talk about. Even the funniest guy on the boat's not funny. Telling jokes, and so yeah, there was a little bit of a hole there for us. But you know, the thing about this time of year, Sydney spectacle and they're great. You know, sort of on harbour racing out on Boxing Day. It's an Australian pastime. It's something that you know I used to watch when I was a kid, and you know, to have the chance to be part of it again is something that you would miss for quits. So we're happy to be back.
David, there was a bit of yelling at the start of the race there. What was going on? Was it a close call?
Oh, no idea.
Don't worry, there's plenty going on about too.
I'm not too sure whether you're talking about Langman's Ross and Ferry or the maritime driver that needs to read the rule book again. I'm not sure which one you're talking about.
What happened there? How did you avoid collision? Because it was pretty nasty.
We spun the rule that well and came up with 0. Very, very lucky.
Yeah, you were.
Would have been disastrous, I guess, to end before the big one even started.
Yeah, but you know, you'd expect a boat with maritime written on the side of it would actually get out of the way and not stand there and refuse to move. So, you know, we went up, we go down, we hit Beaugest, we go straight ahead, we hit the ferry, we go up, we hit the maritime boat. So, anyway, lucky we didn't hit anyone.
With Lou's boat now been in the water and doing some trials, you guys been out having a look and seeing whether he's got any assets to...
We haven't been. We've been just trying to get our boat going, mate. But I mean, the pictures look great of it. It looks quick. It looks different to sort of a lot of boats. So we're looking forward to seeing if it's if it gets going.
Mark and Sandy, obviously it doesn't feel right not having Bob in the room today.
No,
How
thank you.
Do you still feel his presence out
Oh
there?
yes, he would have been very excited by today's race, and seeing the teams all mix it up at the start, because competition is great. You know, we can go and sail by ourselves. I think we're doing well, but we had a great team, great competitors there at the starting line, and it was a great mix up at the start. Everyone had a good time, and it was a great competition. And that's the excitement to us about this race as a lead up to the Hobart, and I think everyone had a great time. I hope they did, and because it's a great excitement to the lead up to the Royal Oak Exit to Hobart.
Royal getting to the mark first after the heads, that sort of worry you a little bit, Rick?
Not at all. I mean, it's I think it's competition's great, and it's all these boats have got.
It is.
All these boats have great, have strengths and weaknesses. It's as simple as that. I mean, these guys let out their heads last year. They got the first last year in the Hobart race, and these 3 Maxis have all got strong points that other boats don't have. And at the end of the day, it comes down to the conditions, and you still got to do a good job as well. It's not just about doing a good job in your favourite conditions; it's about doing a good job in your worst conditions, so that you can sort of minimise the loss and stuff. So. I think everyone, the Scallywag guys have done a great job this year, done a lot of sailing, a lot of training, and I think, we see it from the Wild Oats team, their crew works so much better. We all know it doesn't matter how good you are on these boats. You have a mess up with an unfurl, it just goes bad, and this is the nature of sailing 100-foot boats, which people don't understand. And it happens, especially in close, in confined places like like Sydney Harbour and today's, the SOLAS big boat race. So it's a real challenge, but it's a lot of fun, and you come away from the day with a lot, for the team. It's all good preparation for Boxing Day, and I think all these boats, every boat that sails today will come out with a better team tomorrow for the start of the Hobart. Just to answer your question about Bob, look, it's a big deal for us. Bob was such an amazing owner. We have such a fantastic relationship. He loved every aspect of this race, even today's race. He loved the competition, the other owners, the other boats, the people, the reporter. He loved everything about the whole sport. And to not have him here anymore is, he's sadly missed, that's for sure. But he's there with us in spirit, so it's all good.
There will be an Oatley on board this year with you guys.
That's right.
Yes, Daniel's my brother Ian. It's his son, and he's sailing on the boat this year, and he's got a great maritime history himself, and he's looking forward to it. He's been training with the boys in the previous days, and again right up to the Hobart start. And I think he's in the sewer, Rico.
He's in the sewer, that's it.
He's in the sewer, and he's relishing it, and
he's doing a great job.
He's doing a good job.
Your first go, SH, how are you looking forward to it?
Very excited about it. Obviously, Scallywag is it's a very new team that we put together since May or June this year. We tried to put under as much, give as much miles as possible and as many of the guys as possible up in Asia as well. And so far it's gone really well. Obviously, a lot of things to improve, but we're very excited about the first race.
Do you enjoy the start?
With Witty, you always enjoy this.
Good job, Lee.
I can see you two are going to get on well.
So Witty, you guys had a few ups and downs today. Is that really relevant with the Hobart coming up? Are you still ironing out?
Oh, yeah. I think sometimes you can learn more out of when you have a bad day than when you have a good day. When we did the week with Oates at Hamilton Island, we had a few holes in the sail program, and we certainly know that one of those sails has fixed one of those problems, and we hope the other one has. So, we took some positives out of it. Our boat, we can't really go upwind in the mode we would in a Hobart race, and we can't use water ballast and stuff. So we were always going to struggle, especially against like the Royal upwind and the Oates if we can't put water in. But we're okay. We're the same as these boys. We've got another 10 days of training, and all our boys are here. So I think it's a pretty exciting race this year. I think there's no, Oates are obviously the one to beat, but I think it's going to be, we've actually got three boats that are very, very close on their right day, with their right wind, and I don't know, I've been sitting here for 23 years, I still can't win, so we'll see what happens.
Was today an eye-opener in any way, shape or form, looking at the other boats today?
No, not really. We know Rico's been grinding carbon dust. We just want him to go and grind a bit more. It'd be good.
I love carbon.
We're at the Cruising Yacht Club of Australia, and S.H. Lee from Hong Kong, who's the owner of Scallywag, the 100-foot Super Maxi, after his first race around the harbour with all the boys for the Big Boat Challenge. S.H., how'd you go today? The start was fantastic. What happened?
Well, it was a very crowded waterway and lots of traffic out there. So very exciting start. We were very lucky, avoided a collision. And had a good race until we had one of the sails get tangled.
So you're pleased with the performance of the boat at this stage? Or?
Well, I think there's still work to do. All the crew are here to do their training over the next week. Yeah. I just got here yesterday myself, so I think it's looking good, and it's good to put the whole crew in a right frame of mind for the training and then lead up to the Sydney Hobart race.
Well, since you bought the boat, you've had a fairly busy time though, haven't you? Really, you've done Noumea, you've done Hainan.
Yeah. So look, we've tried our hardest to put the boat into good use and cock up as much miles as possible, and that's also partly affected our training. It took us 20 days to get it back, 24 days to be exact, to get it back from Hainan to Sydney. Yeah. So we're rushing to get the boat ship shape for the race.
So what have you got in store for 2017? I think you've got a busy program there too, haven't you?
I think our focus is going to be in the Asia Pacific region. We are the only Super Maxi based out of Asia, so we want to put the boat into as many regattas up there as possible. And obviously Australia holds a very special place in my heart. So we'll continue to hopefully do the Sydney Hobart and the Hamilton Island Race Week, where we can put our boat, which is Heyman sponsored, against Wild Oats, which is obviously Hamilton Island.
Of course. Now, are you going to Europe at any stage? Are you thinking about taking it up that way?
Look, it's under consideration, but I think the first thing first is look at Asia and Asia
the
Pacific,
local area, yeah.
and do our jobs well here before we look at other areas.
Now, what about the crew? Have you got any of your mates on the crew? Have you
Yeah, I've got a few mates, a lot of good mates, a lot of old school mates who are crazy enough to do the
Fantastic.
race with us.
Fantastic. Well, yeah, Witty and the boys will teach you anyhow. They're good like that, aren't they? Yes.
Hanging out with the crew, and I get along very well with Witty, obviously, and it's a real fun experience.
That's good. Now, what progressed you to get into Super Maxis? What's the size of your other boat? You've got another Scallywag, haven't you?
Well, I'm more of a stink boat person, actually.
Oh, are you? Oh, gosh. Well, welcome to sailing. We need more like you.
No, I grew up in Elizabeth Bay, so overlooking the CYCA.
Oh, I see. Well, fair enough.
We used to see the race start every year on Boxing Day, so it's really exciting.
Oh, that's a fantastic story. Well, yeah, welcome to the realms of the big boats. Heavens above, you couldn't get any bigger, so.
Yeah, and again, that happened by chance. We were cruising in Hong Kong in the on a corporate day with Witty out in Victoria Harbour in Hong Kong, and came out with the idea of setting up, Asia's leading race team. And that's how the idea was hatched 6 months ago.
Oh, good. So how many crew are you taking to Hobart?
Not sure yet. We're still finalising the crew list. I think it's probably 18 plus or minus.
And whereabouts are you getting your new sails made? Are they getting made in Hong Kong or?
Yeah, I think they're all made up in Asia.
Yeah. Do you have who's your major supplier?
I think it's Doyle's, right?
Doyle's. Oh, well, yeah, they're good sales. Yeah, heavens above. Well, that's great. Well, thank you very much, and we're looking forward to seeing you having a good time in the race.
All right, thank you.
Wish you all the best.
Yep.
And keep on coming back, because we enjoy the boat and we enjoy your company.
Thanks, you.
All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
David Witt, skipper of Scallywag, mate. The start. Tell me all about it.
Well, it was interesting, wasn't it? We got lucky, I think. We could have been putting a rig back together. It was a short start line, and the spectator feet was right near the pen, but there's no exclusion zone in this race, so basically they got to give way to us. And there was a ferry probably too far advanced, but he wasn't too bad of a problem. But the problem was the maritime boat, so we're just sailing along, and it's a big maritime boat, twin engines on the back. I was just waiting for him to move out of the way, and the closer and closer we got, he didn't move, literally didn't move, and I think he turned his engines off. I don't know what he did, but by that stage there was another spectator boats to weather us, and I basically just was in a dead-end street and I had nowhere to go, so I tried to just do my best to weave it between the three boats. I think we had a ferry, a cruising boat to leeward, and then we had a maritime boat above, and anyway, luckily we got through. But it was a reasonable high level of concentration, Jeffrey.
I could see you elbowing your way through there, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit like trying to get into the back of a ruck, and I never used to like to get into too many of them.
No, not let it die, mate. Now listen, what about the rest of the race? Were you happy with the way the boat performed?
Yeah, it's it's a bit of a Mickey Mouse race, really, isn't it? So you can't really take too much out of it. We can't put the boat in our upwind mode because we can't use water. The legs are too short. So we knew we were going to struggle a little bit there, but sometimes when the day's bad, you learn more. And our big new A2, where we would have seen us VMG down the thing. We came at Oates and went past Loyal, and so Norwich to start would be nice, and see how we go.
Yeah, mate. Well, we'll be there watching. You are happy with the build-up?
Well, that's our first day. So we've got 10 days from now, full crew training every day.
Oh, good.
So we chose this day as our first day to be in a race mode and then work from there. So I think we'll be good. We've done a lot of sailing this year, so we just got to get this new sail sorted out. We had a problem with the furl, and it's okay.
Right, SH sounds, he's very happy with what's going on.
Well, I hope so. He writes the checks, but I think he's enjoying it. You know, he's you know, obviously not just the owner, but he's on the boat, he's in the team, and he's loving the team environment as well. So hopefully not too many close calls like that, though, Jeffrey. That might.
That was the one to last the year out, isn't it?
I think that'll do. Yeah, that's maybe a couple of years.
I'm with you. Wait till you see the footage.
Oh, I want to look.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate. Cheers.
Thanks,
Good on
buddy.
you, Jeff.
You too.
I'll go and have a beer.
Yeah, buddy.
Sorry, mate.
Go for it, mate.